Do you really expect us to pay for this? One of the men sneered, his gold watch catching the afternoon sunlight. Sarah Malik, the young waitress, froze mid-step, her fingers tightening round the tray she carried. She had been on her feet for 6 exhausting hours, barely getting a moment to breathe. And now, standing before her, were 3 men in immaculate suits, refusing to pay for their meal. Her heartbeat quickened, a mix of fear and frustration swirling inside her. She had dealt with rude customers before, but something about these 3 felt different, colder, more entitled. I'm just doing my job, Sarah managed, keeping her voice steady despite her shaking hands. If there's an issue with your bill, I can call my manager. The man in the middle leaned back arrogantly. Call whoever you want. We're deciding what we want to pay. And right now, that's 0. Laughter spilled from the other 2 as if the situation were some private joke. Sarah swallowed hard. Every tip mattered. Every shift counted. She worked jobs just to support herself and help her younger sister through school. But these men, with their smug smiles and expensive shoes, didn't care. I can't let you leave without paying. It's against restaurant policy, she whispered. The second man leaned forward, his smirk sharp. Oh, please. We're not scared of a waitress. You're here to serve us, aren't you? And we've decided your service isn't worth a single rupee. The words stung deeper than she expected. Sarah looked around, hoping someone would intervene. But the bustling afternoon crowd barely noticed the confrontation. She tightened her grip on the bill, her knuckles turning white. I really must insist, she said softly. If you refuse to pay, I'll have to call the owner. The men chuckled. The owner? Mr. Dar. He's a billionaire. You think he'd waste his time on you? And just as Sarah's courage threatened to collapse, the door swung open. A hush washed across the restaurant. Walking in with a calm but commanding stride was Armandar, the billionaire owner of the restaurant chain, dressed simply but carrying an unmistakable aura of authority. He scanned the room, and his eyes landed on Sarah. What's the issue here? He asked, voice firm. The 3 men stiffened instantly. Sarah took a breath and explained everything. The refusal to pay, the insults, the intimidation. As she spoke, she saw Armin's expression darken, not at her, but at the injustice. He turned to the men. You think this is acceptable? To mock my staff? To refuse payment? The tallest one stuttered. We didn't mean. Armin cut him off sharply. My employees are the backbone of this business. You will pay every rupee, and you will apologize. The arrogance strained from their faces. They fumbled for their wallets, slapped the cash onto the table, muttered apologies, and hurried out with their heads lowered. A soft wave of applause rose from the diners. Relief flooded Sarah's chest. Armin stepped closer and placed a reassuring hand on her shoulder. You handled that well, he said quietly. It takes courage to stand up for yourself when people try to belittle you. Sarah's eyes stung with emotion. Thank you for standing up for me, she whispered. Armin smiled warmly. No, thank you, honest. Hardworking people like you deserve respect. Never let anyone make you feel small. For the first time that day, Sarah breathed freely. By the end of her shift, customers smiled at her, some offering words of encouragement, and Sarah realized something important. Courage isn't the absence of fear. It's choosing to stand firm even when your whole body trembles. The 3 men never returned, but the story of Sarah's courage spread through the restaurant like wildfire. It became a reminder to everyone. Dignity matters, respect matters, and standing up for what's right will always be worth it. The evening, As Sarah stepped out into the golden glow of sunset, she felt tired, but proud. Life would test her again, she knew that. But now she had proof that bravery, integrity, and the right people at your side could turn even the darkest moment into a triumph.